Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Seth Bohnhoff.
Well, this holiday weekend got off to a good start yesterday as we were able to enjoy sunshine and just overall quiet conditions for the 4th. But now here on the 5th, well, we've pretty much run back the exact same day. We've got all that sunshine as we look down to the south in Effingham. Things do feel just a little bit toasty, but overall can't complain too much about the way this July day has played out. Satellite radar picture looks a little busier than what it's been here the last few days. Right here in the immediate area, really not seeing anything as far as cloud cover or rain goes, but you look just off to the west, maybe starting to cross the Mississippi right now. You see that line of showers and storms getting ready to kind of enter the picture, but things are really going to slow down with that line, so there's nothing really to worry about immediately there as that line approaches on in. Temperatures, though, maybe worrying about that a little bit. Still 90 in Champaign, 91 in Decatur, and 90 degrees down there in Effingham. We got a little bit of humidity out there. It's not too bad, but it does add about 3 or 4 degrees to your heat index, so there's several places reporting somewhere into the low to mid 90s so far here this evening. Into the nighttime hours, we're not expecting too much in the way of those rain chances. Things are really going to quiet down to our west. That being said, there could be a few of those showers or storms arriving really late, keeping those chances pretty low, though, at about 20% for now. But as we get the heat of the day back tomorrow, and as that front starts to move through a little more into the center part of the area, those chances will drive up to about 50%, and we will see some of those showers and storms into the afternoon. High temperatures maybe being held in check just down there into the upper 80s as a result. There you can see these rain chances over the next 48 hours really set to increase once we cross the noon hour there tomorrow, but still keeping chances around at least to a small degree even on into Monday. That's going to be a pretty common theme as we move on into the rest of the work week. Let's break down future track for the rest of the night tonight and into tomorrow. You'll notice that line moves through, but it really dissipates, kind of loses the energy from the daytime hours, and there's not too much expected here through the night, but we'll kind of pick up where we left off into tomorrow afternoon. We'll start to see those showers and storms maybe pop into the picture in the first half of the day, but the second half of the day seems to be where the best ingredients are going to line up there and produce some of those showers and storms. Notice some dots here, some orange and red. There could be some pretty intense rainfall rates there at times, and quite a bit of thunder and lightning wherever you see some of that. Not going to be a widespread issue, but that will be a thing to watch in a few places. Not really expecting anything in the way of severe weather as well, but there could be maybe some gusty winds there within some of those storms. Here's a look at the next 7 days worth of rainfall chances. Notice your best chance is Sunday, but there's a chance pretty much every single day. That heat and humidity is going to be around, going to kind of enter that northwest flow pattern, which will produce pretty much a chance every single day moving forward, even if it is on a very scattered or isolated scale. Here's a look at the kind of long-term future track. There's that front, which could kind of stall just a little bit into the day there on Monday, leaving a few showers and storms just on the tail end. Then as it clears out, you'll notice just a lot of green popping up there from one day to the next. Lots of ebbs and flows there as far as your rain chances go. So that'll be something to watch as we move deeper into the week, but there's no real big system set to move on in until perhaps next weekend. That being said, there could be some decent rainfall totals here across the board. Not promising a half inch for everybody. This is just kind of the overall look at things. There could be some spots that maybe get upwards of 1 or 2 inches wherever those localized storms end up. There might be some places that end up with very little here in the next week or so. So it's all on a very localized scale. That's how we'll kind of monitor things moving forward. Temperatures incredibly consistent. Look at that, upper 80s pretty much every day, but the heat index values will start to rise a little bit as we get some more of that humidity on into the upcoming week here. I want you to really appreciate the 7-day forecast. In fact, it's one of the kind of funnier ones that I've seen in a while. There's pretty much a rain chance every single day, and outside of Monday, literally every single day has a high of 88 and a low of 68 degrees. And I know some people might be thinking, did I get lazy and copy and paste things? That actually has all the numbers, all the research done behind it. This probably is never going to happen again. So appreciate the consistency that is this upcoming week.
Very consistent. We were talking about earlier where we were like, I asked Seth, is that a typo?
Like,
that
no,
can't be true.
I did not just, fall asleep on the keyboard and keep hitting, copy, paste, copy, paste. That is legit, just incredibly consistent.
Very unique week coming up.
Right.
Thanks, Seth.